Hey everyone. In this video, I want to discuss what separates the best men from everyone else when it comes to relationships. I was watching this video on Instagram where Viggo Mortensen was on the red carpet with Kristen Stewart and a few other actors, and they were all lined up together taking photos for whatever film they were promoting. And in this video, a very interesting thing happened. Kristen had her arm on Viggo's bicep, and because they were, posing with each other, and she was squeezing his arm very tightly because apparently she has social anxiety, so she was anxious. And that anxiety was showing up with her physically, like she was unconsciously squeezing Viggo's arm and didn't even realize it was happening. And Viggo, being very astute, he noticed this. He could feel the tension in her by her squeezing his arm like that. So what he did was he looked at his arm and he kind of released it a bit and let her hand fall, and then he put her hand in his and held her hand and smiled at her. And in that moment, he disarmed her anxiety, made her feel comfortable. She even thanked him for it. And then she was much more calm and happy in posing for those photos on the red carpet. In this video, I loved watching it happen because it just demonstrates a quality that the best men have that other guys don't. And it's that ability to read the body language of others, to be able to pick up on how they feel in the moment and then react accordingly in a conscious way. Because what Viggo did was tasteful. It wasn't like something unwanted or anything like that. He just recognized she wasn't feeling great, so he started holding her hand, and not in like a romantic way, like him making a move on her, just in a way to make her feel comfortable, almost like a father holding his daughter's hand to make her feel safe. That's what he did, and it was a perfect reaction to the emotion she was feeling. So I love stuff like that. I wish I could find the link to that video and put it in the description for those of you to see, but I imagine if you search like Viggo Mortensen and Kristen Stewart on the red carpet or whatever, you could probably find it. But it's a great study for a lot of guys out there who aren't able to do this. You really have to get out of your own mind and get into your body to be able to be fully present in the moment and be able to read other people. It's not something you can kind of do consciously. Like, human emotions are so interesting that it's very difficult to read other people's emotions if you're too much up here in your head. It's kind of like how you can't even really interpret your own emotions that well if you're thinking too much. You start to think so much that you ignore what you're feeling. So you can't tap into what other people are feeling if you're too much in your head. So you got to get out of there and into your body to be able to finally hold space for others and have that empathy to recognize what they're feeling. And then from that place of being more in your body than your head, you can then react in a conscious way and help other people feel safer around you. So that's something worth practicing for all men out there. And like I said, in order to practice that, you just need to get into your body more. So things that can help with that are meditation, where you're able to kind of just sit in your body, feeling your body in the moment. Like, it's helpful to whatever you're sitting on, feel your butt, feeling that surface if you're in a chair or sitting on your bed. If you are in a chair, then you can also feel your back against the seat rest of the chair. You can feel your feet touching the ground, just whatever you can hone in on to feel your body in space so you get out of your head and stop letting your thoughts run amok and master you. So that's a helpful thing that you can do that will hopefully make it so you're more in tune with your emotions. And then that, and the ability to be more present in the moment, will make it so you can now be more in tune with other people's emotions as well. And then you can have those masterful reactions to the emotions other people are feeling, even if they're not a woman you're interested in. Although, of course, it's incredibly helpful there to be able to read the women you're going on dates with or in a relationship with. Like, women love this quality because so few men have it. It's so freaking rare because most guys are too up in their head all the time. Like, we know men and women are very different. Women are more emotional on average and men are more logical on average. And that's why there's so much disconnect between the sexes, because guys think way too much. They're way too in their heads, so they can't tap into the emotions of their women. So if you want to become a step above most men, if you want to become one of the best men out there for women, just learn to be able to hold space for her, to feel her emotions and react accordingly. Like Viggo in that moment, disarming Kristen Stewart's social anxiety. Things like that what will make you become one of the best men out there. But that's all I wanted to discuss in this video. I found that really interesting. I hope you enjoyed this dismantling of that video and this topic, and I hope you've enjoyed this beautiful background behind me. That's all I have for you. I'll see you guys in the next video. Arrivederci.